Good morning to you, St. Lucia. Welcome, welcome. This morning is back, and I'm very pleased to be here. And I feel like there's just so many things coming up, so many things to look forward to. And this is why we're trying our best to make sure that we keep you in the know. Today, allow me to welcome our special guest. We have Mr. Hayden Ford, and I also have the lovely Andresa here. And they're here to tell us all about an upcoming production that's going to be happening at the CSA Center. And it's called Who Came to Visit the Doctor? And this is going to be a very special one because it's also a tribute to the late but still great Mr. Gandalf St. Clair. So I think we'll start off first with Mr. Ford. You know, you're known for being a playwright, writer, being involved in the arts. So tell us about this tribute because I know this is a special one for you.
Actually, the play is written by Gandalf St. Clair, and I decided to do something for him because we were very close. We're going to do a play. Also, we're going to do poems of his. Robert Lee is one of the people that recite his poems.
Oh, great.
So we have a play as well as poems written by Gandalf. So the whole activity will be a tribute to Gandalf on the 3rd and 4th of August.
Great. Now, how do you feel just, bringing his work to life and again, just keeping his memory alive?
Well, I and Gandalf was close. So, that's about the second play I'm doing of Gandalf's own. So it's something that when he was alive, he was always what you call reasoning about different works. And he always tell me that he want me to direct his works. So it happened that it was just a natural progression that, okay, he died, so that's my contribution to Gandalf.
Perfect. Now, of course, we have Andresa here, and she's not just here because she looks fantastic today. She is part of the cast. She's an actress. So welcome to this morning, and how are you?
I'm okay, and you?
Oh, I'm feeling very, very good actually. And I'm very happy that we have you here because I always love, kind of getting behind the scenes and inside the minds of all the work and the preparation that goes on behind and just making a production come to life. So, how is the experience going for you and your fellow actors?
So far the experience is wonderful. I mean, you get to learn different things, you get to work on your craft, and it's not as easy as some people make it look out to be, but it's fun nonetheless. You face some challenges in stepping into your character. I mean, getting out of yourself and stepping into your character. But after a while, it starts to become the norm.
Right. So it almost becomes just part of you now.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your character then.
The character I will be playing in the play is called Christine. She's a young girl. She's very outspoken. She's a little bit of a feminist. She's not too out there, but she'll put you in your place if it's necessary.
And how do you feel being part of this and knowing that you're part of a very special production and yet something that's going to be celebrating a St. Lucian who is gone, but of course it's a way of keeping his work alive. So how do you feel about just being part of this magic?
I feel grateful to be given the opportunity to not only portray my talent, but portray my talent through his work. And I think that St. Lucians should really come out to see how much talent that our people have. Mm-hmm. And, give them it will give them an insight to see basically what the arts are about.
All right, perfect. But before we wrap up, I'm going to come back to Mr. Ford here. So, of course, we have a young, vibrant actress here, super excited about her role and just seeing this come to life. I mean, with working with a new cast as well and just seeing the youthfulness, the excitement coming from the cast, how does it make you feel, just continuing and pushing through to make this happen?
Yeah, I feel good because you could see the progression being made by like especially she started working with her last year, and you can see there's a progression, and it makes me feel good, because I said all of them are young people, and you're working with them, and they're willing to give you the best. Mm-hmm. So all have to just guide them on stage and strengthen them. Mm-hmm. And so far we have been going through that. Last night we had a rehearsal. Last night we had an intensive rehearsal just to get it the way I want it to be. And as you said, when everything that fall into place, it's magic on stage.
Well, we just need to wrap up by letting them know again, you have to come out. Don't miss this. Come and support the young talent that is just ready to explode for you. And remind them of the dates as well.
3rd and 4th of August, Friday and Saturday at the CSA Center, 8 p.m.
All right,
as I said, they have Wood Alive too as well. I would like to say Robert Lee, Shuttle Menal, Alyssa Mortooth, and Anthony Irville. They'll be saying the poems.
All right, very
So
nice. So
I invite everybody.
will be there. Perfect. And where can persons get tickets?
Well, from Hayden and maybe and the cast members.
All right, St. Lucia. So there you have it. That's your inside scoop. So put that down on your calendar. There's 2 opportunities to see it. So make sure you don't miss out on one. If you go once, you can always go again to enjoy it. And just come out and support. And again, just hats off to both of you and the entire team, cast, everybody behind the scenes, making this come to life. Again, it's a tribute to Mr. Gandalf St. Clair. So do not miss out on that. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on This Morning. I am Chayla Mendes, your host. Always excited to be up this early in the morning, and that's why we always give you a very good reason to wake up this early. Today we have a special guest, as we usually do, but his name is Albert Joseph. He is a freelance photographer as well as a photography educator through the CDF. And today, if you haven't already guessed it, we're taking a dive into the world of photography. So, Albert, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Great. Well,
Yes.
I'm happy to be here, and hopefully you'll impart some knowledge on my end. So, of course, I will be leaving, and St. Lucia will be leaving with knowledge. But today, you're working with a group of kids, very vibrant, very active, some of which you may have already worked with last year.
Yes, definitely.
But, I mean, you have some fresh faces, so it's a continuation. So, tell us how you feel about being back and what you're going to be doing with the kids today.
Right. So like you have indicated, there are some persons who are returning to the program for the second year. And it was very refreshing to know that those students actually remembered a lot of things from last year. So definitely what I'm going to do this year is that they will be assisting me in educating the new ones. And of course, those who had been there from last year, it will be full of activity. They will be getting the opportunity now to use their cell phones. Those who have cameras, they will be able to use their cell phones and cameras to go out now and to take those shots of landscapes, shots of portraits, whatever it is that inspires them, I will allow them to do so.
Great. Now, what's really nice is that at least they were going to enter one way and leave with now that visual eye. You know, they're going to look out for certain things, or things will stand out more than it would have before, right?
Yes, certainly, Shirley. It's important for them to know the technical aspects. So coming in, they will need to know what the camera is. They will need to know certain terms like aperture, shutter priority, shutter speed, ISO settings. They will need to know these things, the lens, what type of lenses, what type of cameras. And of course, most of the children have cell phones. So whatever it is that they have, they will be using it in order to take that right shot.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? I feel a little embarrassed because some of these terms I'm not too familiar with. Others I do identify with. But that's why it's a learning process.
Right.
I'm sure my cameraman is laughing at me behind the scenes too. But I will get there. That's not nice. I saw that.
Yeah.
But, I'm also learning. At least give me credit here. But
Yeah.
now it's all about the kids. I mean, what exactly is the aim of this that they're going to leave with? And, of course, why photography?
We would like them I think every single person takes a picture, whether they take a picture of themselves as a selfie, whether they're taking it at a party, a wedding, people always have cameras. And so the aim, I think, is really to help them take better photographs. So yes, you have that image, but you want to take it to the next step, the next level. And for many persons, I think there is the opportunity as well to take it and make it become a profession. And I've been taking photographs in my community. It has allowed me to travel. I've won competitions with photography. So there is broad scope in terms of what can be done with photography. But most importantly, I want persons to just come in and have fun taking pictures. Know that I can do it, I can take photographs, and whatever I take, it will be great and it will be memorable, because that's most important. You want to take that picture and somebody can look back several years and say, that is a beautiful image. Wow.
I definitely agree. I feel like videography, photography, all of these things just capture moments in time and help you to just preserve memories.
Preserving,
So,
yes.
and you know what? I think it's also a very exciting time technologically,
Oh, yes.
because from the advancements to laptops to cell phones, people literally have their cameras now everywhere with them, unlike in the
Definitely.
past only if you were a photographer would you have your big camera, but now it's everywhere and on
Yes,
the go. So
everybody-
it's a great time to get into
It is true. And I mean, back then you were able to take only 12 or sometimes 36 images on a roll of film. And you were not guaranteed that all those images were going to be great. But now you have digital, which allows you to take thousands of images. And, well, You can look to the back of the camera, although most times people don't advise it, but this is what the technology is about now. We can look at the picture instantly, know what it is, and it tells us whether it is a great picture or whether it's a keeper or we need to discard. So, I mean, it's at great times. Now people are doing composites, they're manipulating images to do so many great things. So, for sure, it's exciting. These are exciting times that we also want the children to be involved in and to really understand that photography can take them into a world of difference, make that difference for them.
Great. Well, I think that's the perfect note to end on as well. So there's a wide world out there, so much to see. It all depends on what angle you look at, if you catch what I'm saying, right?
Yes, definitely.
But it's all about making photography
Right.
fun. And last, before we go, how do you feel just personally being able to interact and share this with the younger ones?
I'm an educator by profession, and every time I get an opportunity to educate, I always grab onto it. And the kids are receptive. The fact that they came in and they remembered so much from last year, that made me feel so proud. So definitely I will continue to grab the opportunity every time I get it. Definitely.
Well, I want to thank you very much for taking time out being here with us, Albert.
Yes.
So, and you would never think he was a little bit shy to be on camera. But there was about time we reversed the roles. He's always used to being behind the camera. So now you're in front.
I am.
And I only had to do it
Yes.
right here on DBS and on This Morning. So thank
Very
you
much
again.
so, yes.
And we will see you guys very soon.